Qualcomm. Qualcomm's a stock I own in my dividends only account. I'm up 94% on the stock, okay? And that doesn't include all the dividends that Qualcomm has paid me out in the past, right? So in regards to Qualcomm here, this was pretty bad, okay? Total revenues came in at $8.4 billion. That's for almost $11 billion at this time last year. So we're talking about $2.5 billion down on a year-over-year basis. Operating income, awful. $1.8 billion when it was $4.4 billion at this time last year. Net income, $1.8 billion versus $3.7 billion at this time last year. Earnings per share, earnings per share, EPS on a basic basis, $1.62 versus $3.32 was versus $3.32 at this time last year, right? So it's about a 50% type drop. Numbers are bad, really, really bad from Qualcomm. Dumpster fire, absolute dumpster fire in regards to Qualcomm. And here's why this matters. It matters substantially, not just for Qualcomm, but here's the deal. If the end markets for Qualcomm is really weak right now, it could be a sign that Apple's very weak right now, which could affect Skyworks Solutions business models and Cirrus Logic business models, Texas Instruments business models. You can go down the list, okay? Broadcom and all those chip stocks. So we're just in a bad time period for that whole industry, and at some point that will end, but it doesn't look like it's over yet. It could be another, and I don't expect handset shipments, so basically means smartphones. I don't think we're going to have some sort of huge boost next year either. I've looked at the breakdowns, the teardowns of the next generation iPhone that's going to be shown off to everybody in about a month and a half from now. I don't think it's going to be very surprising to folks. It's basically the same damn phone again, okay? And they haven't had changed up the iPhone in any substantial way in several years now at this point in time. So I think this iPhone's just going to put up decent numbers. I don't think this is going to be one of those that gets everybody going. Oh my gosh, this new iPhone, I got to go get it. I got to be the first one in line. It's not going to be like that. So overall, I don't think this industry is going to be in a great place anytime soon, really. And so that's kind of my thoughts in regards to that, right? Qualcomm, not in a good place. Next up here, PayPal. So PayPal is my second best stock here today. It's moving up quite substantially. Now, what happened in regards to PayPal? What's my opinion on this? Well, PayPal, look at this. It's all over the news here today. PayPal is going to launch a US dollar stablecoin, PYUSD, for payments and transfers. PayPal launches dollar-pegged stablecoin in its latest Wall Street threat to crypto. Wow, this is quite interesting. PayPal launches a stablecoin in latest crypto payments push. PayPal USD will be pegged to the dollar, issued by Paxos Trust. Stablecoins have yet to take off in the consumer payments sector, but having a big giant like PayPal, who owns PayPal and Venmo, right? This could be something interesting here, right? PayPal said the stablecoin's function is to reduce friction for inexperienced payments in virtual settings and allowing direct flows to developers. It's redeemable for dollars backed by dollar deposits, short-term U.S. treasuries, and similar cash equivalents. Now, some people say PayPal's doing this right now because they could make bank off this potentially in the short term. So, the shift toward digital currencies requires a stable instrument that is both digitally native and easily connected to fiat currency like the US dollar, said Dan Schulman, the president and CEO of PayPal. Our commitment to responsible innovation and compliance and our track record delivering new experiences to our customers provides a foundation necessary to contribute to the growth of digital payments through PayPal USD. And it's intriguing that they make a move like this because the SEC is obviously still in a, confused state about, are these things securities? Are they not? Are they commodities? Are they not? Right? And so we're still in kind of a scary territory when it comes to all this. And so for a very well-established, obviously, company like a PayPal, a giant, to do something like this is a very interesting move. But the thought process is, PayPal is trying to stay ahead of the curve. And there's also the thought process that you don't really have, let's just call it what it is, you don't have a major stable coin that is like huge yet. If you want to talk about the crypto community alone, which a crypto community is a very small community. Let's call it what it is. Okay, the crypto community is a very small community if you compare it to the overall like the financial landscape, but also if you compare it to the overall population, right? If you're super into crypto, you think everybody in the world uses crypto and like crypto's the thing. Okay, I can just tell you it's not, and it's not even remotely close to that stage yet. Okay, and so I think PayPal is looking for an opportunity here, and they say crypto hasn't even gone mainstream yet. It hasn't even gone close to mainstream yet. So if we can go ahead and we can have the branded, let's call it stable coin in the marketplace, if this stuff does go to mainstream, that's huge for branding. It's also a money-making potential on the backside. I don't want to get into all that because I don't even want to try to explain that whole mess on how PayPal could potentially make a good amount of money from this. But there is money-making opportunity as well, along with a branding opportunity and being seen as a service that can do this and utilize their own stablecoin. So I think it's intriguing. I think PayPal's staying ahead of the curve. I think it's an intelligent decision on their part. Now, does today's decision make me want to buy the stock, sell the stock, just hold the stock? If anything, it makes me want to buy more shares. Now, with that being said, I'm going to buy PayPal stock for at least the remainder of this year. Anyways, pretty much every single week for the rest of this year, you'll see me buying PayPal shares. Pretty much every single week. If not into the beginning of 2024, I'll be buying shares pretty much every single week of PayPal. And so there's a lot of innovation going on at PayPal. These are the type of things you got to hear if you're going to listen to like their investor day they did back a month or two ago. You have so many great details on all the innovation they're up to, all the products they're working on that you're going to see in the marketplace between PayPal, Venmo, and Braintree over this next 6 to 12 months. It's phenomenal. Like how there's a lot of innovation going on beneath the surface at PayPal right now, and a lot of people don't know of it because they're not going to listen to investor days and those sorts of things. But there's a lot going on at PayPal, and this is just one of many innovations coming. So I like it. I like the move. I think it's a good risk reward profile. Let's just call it that. Now the VIX is up nearly 15%. So the VIX spiked to $16 here today, or we can just call it 16. The interesting thing about VIX is still in a low state. So do keep in mind when VIX is really elevated, it's 20 plus, and when you're talking about really elevated, you're talking 30 plus. So we're still quite a ways away from that. But at the end of the day, if this VIX keeps spiking, don't be surprised if the market keeps dropping. At the end of the day, those two kind of go hand in hand, right? SQQ is having a very good day here today, up 3.44%. So this just goes to show you, it pays to have some hedges out there. We've been up pretty much in a straight line, right? At the end of the day, you want to have a few hedges here and there. It doesn't have to be a massive position for you overall, but you need to have some hedges in this market because in case of things ever get ugly, right? Let's imagine a VIX that goes back to 30 for whatever reason, or maybe it's a multitude of reasons, right? You get to save some face on the other side. You get to make a bunch of profits on the flip side, right? And then go ahead and shuffle that money into some long positions then.